Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades. And yep, let's just get into it, and we can see that Bitcoin is back up to $19,654 or 665. It is quite volatile right now, but yeah, like I mentioned in my last video, I said that we will most likely go down and potentially touch around $17,000 to $18,000. And you know what, we did exactly that. We came to this previous low right here, we tagged it right there, and we reversed back up all the way to $20,500. Now we are getting a little bit of selling at the moment, potentially reversing a little bit, maybe some profit taking. We'll have to see. Again, tomorrow the markets are not open. It is a holiday, Juneteenth in the US. Canadian markets will be open, so I'll be taking a look at those instead. But crypto markets never close. So let's take a look what's happening right now on Market Cipher. We can see that we have a daily green dot for Bitcoin, a potential bottom right now. Maybe Bitcoin is going to rally to $1 million now. No, I'm just kidding. Absolutely not. Bitcoin is probably not going to do that at all, unless maybe the Federal Reserve starts buying Bitcoin. But again, there's probably like less than a 1% chance of that happening, so it's extremely unlikely. So where are we going to go in the short term? In my opinion, I think Bitcoin at the very least retraces to at least 23,000, which is around these previous highs right here, where we had a little bit of resistance. If Bitcoin does go for a run up, as I expect the traditional markets to have found a short-term bottom as well, we could potentially maybe rally to this previous wick right here. It looks better on a Bitstamp. Well, let's take a look at the Bitstamp chart instead. We might rally to around 25,000 or 25,500, around this previous high right here. And I'm talking about a rally in a bear market, right? Well, how am I insane, right? Are we going straight down to 12,000? No, things don't go straight down in one shot, in one direction, right? You are going to find local bottoms or short-term bottoms, and then you're going to get some short-term rallies that can make it look like it's going to be a long-term rally, but really what really is just a short-term rally, and then you're going to get the continuation pattern towards the downside. I talked about two scenarios that could potentially happen. I was talking about let me just go back on my chart right here. I was talking about in the Discord, so if you guys are Discord members, some of the benefits of being a Discord member is that this is going to be the potential short-term low, as we have a measured move right here from 39,000 or basically 40,000, right, when we start collapsing down all the way down to 26,881. This was a $13,000 move. Again, if I just copied this one right here. I'll even delete it if you guys don't think I actually made the exact same size. We'll just copy and paste, and you just pull it down to here, and then you have a beautiful measured move right there. So basically around the $13,000 moves. We had a few wicks below, but again, another reason why I think we're going to get a potential short-term rally is that we, pushed down below that $20,000 psychological level, shaking out a lot of the weak hands, getting a lot of people at the shorts thinking that's it, we're crashing. This thing is not going to stop crashing until we get to 10,000. 10,000 is the next stop. And right now, look at that. We just, fell down $2,000 to $3,000 more, and then we started reversing back up towards the upside. Another reason why I think there's like multiple reasons why I think we have found a short-term bottom for Bitcoin, and that we might see a potential relief rally coming in this week, maybe potentially next week as well. We can see that the US bonds, right, the 10-year yield, to me looks like it's starting to top out a little bit on the daily. As you can see, you have some selling wicks right here, but the weekly is what really shows it to me right here. The weekly time frame, really looks like it's a topping candle right here, and you could potentially get a reversal in yields, potentially coming back to this major trend line right here. And if you guys don't know what this trend line is, you can zoom out a little bit, and this one right here is just basically from that 1987 high, dragged all the way down here to the 2018 levels, and then we kind of blew past it here. We did have a wick here on the monthly candles. You can take a look at the weekly. We took a little bit of a stop as well, but if the yields start to pull back, you're going to see a risk on environment for the stock market, which could be risk on, could be most likely be risk on for cryptos as well. And same thing for the DXY. The DXY is starting to tag some this trend line right here as well. could be getting a potential pullback, and we can see we have a nice little wick right here, but we're just gonna have to see how this plays out. You know, we just opened a new weekly candle for the DXY. Not much action right now. You know, we can see like the futures, or like I guess you could say the overnight markets are in the red for the Nasdaq, but again, the markets are not going to be open tomorrow, so we're just gonna have to wait on Tuesday to see what happens. So those are some of the reasons why I see Bitcoin, you know, getting to at least 23,000 in the coming weeks, or maybe in the coming days. Who knows how fast this is going to be. You can even take a look at a lot of tech stocks right here. You can see that Netflix has found a short-term bottom as well. We have some stock plays going on, so if you guys want to see stock trades or crypto trades, all my alerts that I post are inside the Discord, so you guys can join if you want. And we'll take a look at the daily. It looks a little bit better as well. And you can take a look at some other stocks as well, you know, some Carvana, you know, collapsing all the way down to its 2020 lows. We have a small position there, and I believe we have a position in PayPal as well. We have so many tech stocks that we have small positions in. Teladoc, we have a short-term small position in Teladoc as well. I believe only 3% position. I could definitely see Teladoc potentially rallying to 36 to maybe $40. Maybe you can get even as high as 56. Who knows what's going to happen during this rally? You know, we've been going down so much. Retail has been panic selling. Institutions have been accumulating, and during this rally they're going to unload onto the retail as retail, you know, starts to think that this is the bottom and we're going to reverse back up to all the new all-time highs. Institutions are slowly going to get rid of their positions, right? They need that liquidity from the retail traders. So yeah, overall, you know, again, another one right here on Shopify, getting a little bit underneath this support line right here, but you know, it's going to follow where the Nasdaq goes. If the Nasdaq rallies and the tech sector rallies, then you're going to see Shopify rally as well. Kind of like what happens in crypto, but crypto's been very interesting lately. Something I want to mention is that we've seen Bitcoin selling off extremely hard. You know, we've seen Bitcoin come down like 4, maybe 10%, 8% every single day. But what you'll see in the altcoins is that the altcoins have barely any selling. You know, you've seen, let's take a look at Solana. Solana is still in this channel right here, and eventually it will break it. You can see it's been retesting and retesting and retesting. Eventually Solana is going to break it, and when it does, it's going to get a big move towards the upside. Solana can you know, has massive moves towards the upside. You could take a look right here. Solana, you know, pumped all the way from here from $80 all the way to 142, a 76% move in a very short period of time. You can even see another one right here. Actually, I should get on the daily to illustrate this a little bit better. So overall, you can see that Solana, and also a very volatile token as well. You guys can see they can get very, you know, heavy rallies as well. So just want to illustrate that to you guys who are following the spot trades. I'm not just holding this for the long term. I do expect a break, you know, in the altcoins as well. And you know, when Bitcoin does break up, you're gonna see the altcoins follow as well. So you can see that Bitcoin actually rallied a good amount today. You can take a look at Project Elrond, rallied extremely hard. You can take a look at a 14% move, I believe. So you can see, you know, Project Elrond again running into some resistance around $53.59. But you know, you know the rule. The more we retest a resistance, the more likely it's going to break. And we've seen one test, we broke it, one test again, and we broke it. And now it's coming into the resistance again. Eventually, if you keep retesting, you will break it. All right, what's left to talk about? We could talk about the bearish scenario. Now, I haven't talked about the bearish scenario yet. I think I have it on one of these charts right here. It's on one of them. It's somewhere. I'll find it eventually. When I do, I'll let you guys know. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to keep making this video and show you guys. There you go. Now this is the other pattern that I was talking about in the Discord. You know, we can see that we have a beautiful trend line right here, and if you extend the channel towards the downside, you have some beautiful touch points coming in line. And then your next touch point that you would have if Bitcoin price kept tanking, then it would come around to the $13,000 to potentially $12,800 price. But again, I still expect a potential rally in Bitcoin coming to as high as 23,000, maybe as high as 25. But you know, we'll see where that takes us. And if we do, we are, you know, in my opinion, going to roll over once again towards the downside. We are in a bear market. I still think we will go potentially tag $12,000 to $10,000, as you know, the traditional market will eventually roll over as well. and keep its move going down towards the downside, because inflation is still a significant problem. They're still raising rates, you know, three quarters of a basis point every meeting, which is obviously not enough to fight inflation, but it is enough to send us in a recession. I'm going to be talking a lot about this during my the trading battle that I'm going to have soon. It's going to be on June 22nd in the morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time, I believe. Or no, it's going to be at 9 a.m. So it's going to be 9 a.m. Eastern time. So Eastern Central time or whatever. If you guys are in Canada, I'll post the link in the Discord for you guys to watch. But anyways, overall, those are my two scenarios that I could see happening for Bitcoin. Is a potential rally to around 23 to 25,000. It could go higher, but again, don't bet the farm on it, because we are in a bear market. These rallies could be short-lived, and you can see right here as well that if we do get a rally, it's going to be topping out at potentially 27 to 26,000. Depends where you're going to make contact with this major trend line as well. So hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully you guys understand my stance on Bitcoin, and I'm not just going YOLO to the moon with my trades in Discord. I do have a plan and a plan of attack, and it's you know, in my opinion, calculated. But overall, thanks for the support, guys. Really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I love doing those AMAs with you guys, and it's a lot of fun. I think last time I was planning on doing just like maybe 1 to 2 hours, and we ended up talking for about 5 hours or maybe 4 hours, because we started around 10 to 11 and it was 2 a.m. by the time I stopped and I had work the next day. So anyways, thanks a lot for the support, guys. You guys are awesome. Love you all. Peace.